go.
Tammy Flocchini may not have much.
That's all my life stuff I have right there.
But she's grateful for what little she still owns.
Yeah, she's 18 years old.
Especially.
She's just my baby. Yeah.
Her former home.
Became homeless 2016, sleeping in my car.
It wasn't something Tammy planned. In 2008, Tammy was living in the Tri-Cities with her husband. She worked at Macy's. They were working to pay off their mobile home, just starting to think about planning for retirement. But in 2013, Tammy's husband was diagnosed with cancer.
Within 2 months, everything changed.
In July of 2015, Tammy's husband passed away.
There wasn't time to grieve, one or the other.
That's because Tammy herself became ill, unable to work. Her savings drained, and at 54, she was still too young to collect her husband's Social Security or her own. She lost her home, her belongings.
Losing things that are irreplaceable, priceless. Because they're memories and things that my husband made, and little bit by little bit.
She moved to Seattle to be close to her doctors, now living out of her car, confused and angry.
How the hell did I get here? How did I end up here? Because I've done everything possible.
Tammy admits she considered taking her own life.
What was the point in going on anymore?
But then the phone rang. A bed opened up at the Everett Gospel Mission.
Without a home, but yet this is my home for now.
Soon, Tammy found out she wasn't alone. Of the 45 adult women at the shelter, 20% are over 55. Sylvia Anderson, CEO of the Everett Gospel Mission, says it's happening everywhere.
In the last year, I visited about 15 different missions, and I have seen this graying population of folks in shelters all across the nation.
In fact, it's so common it has a name. The gray tsunami.
So the stereotype is usually that people have made bad choices, but the other story is simply people who have outlived their money.
Many are banking on a big Social Security payout, but when they get the check, it's a reality check. On average, the women here at the shelter get less than $750 a month.
You can't even rent a room for $750 barely in Snohomish County.
It's even harder for people between 50 and 61. They're too old to get hired, but too young to get Social Security. Rosal falls into this category.
I don't think it's something that we plan for.
She was living in Marysville with her husband and daughter when her husband got cancer and passed away. She lived off her husband's death benefit and savings for 5 years. Then in April 2016, her rent jumped up by $300.
And it was more than what I could pay. We did try to find another place, but just weren't successful in her school district, and she really didn't want to change. And I didn't want her to have to change.
So she and her youngest daughter moved into her car.
It's really hard. Where do you park it? It's really hard.
Rose has a degree from UW. She was never homeless before and never imagined this is where she'd be at 61. Rose knows she doesn't fit the homeless stereotype.
But really, what does a homeless person look like? It's not always somebody who's in rags or, under the bridge, so to speak.
In this shelter, it's a 61-year-old mother with a college degree and a widowed woman in her 50s.
But some people, that can't happen to me.
Yet, they ended up here. So we asked them, what advice do you have for younger versions of yourself?
Save.
And prepare.
Plan better for the future, I guess. For their own future. Certainly wish I had.
Because saving now may save you from becoming part of the great tsunami.
You work hard your whole life, and then you retire to poverty.
Hannah Kim, Q13.